Yeah, back live. Still waiting for the invite to come through. Great session, to be fair. Don't know what we're going to do then, because we have the times. We know that bus is on pole from Time and from Stein, and then the rest is just the exact same. We have one person in the stream. Yep, indeed, bit chaotic. Still waiting for that invite. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna get a race on the way. Welcome to the We've Got Nothing to Talk About stream, where we have nothing to talk about. In this episode, we have nothing to talk about.
What have you done? I painted the truth.
Still no invite. Stein just told me to join the lobby. Wish I could. I've still not got an invite. Right, give me a minute. I'm sorry for this stream, it's been very chaotic. Well, these two streams, really. Oh, Tim's invited me. Okay. Dub. Alright, let's get it. I've got one now, Bloom, don't worry. Alright, let's race. I'm doing a one-shot still, so I don't know whether that's a good idea, because it's not really gonna prove any, like, ability, is it? Just gonna prove who's fastest over one lap, which will be Cristiano, shortly. We are ready up, I think. Most people are, so. Right, here we go. One shot quality. Not gonna prove anything. Here we go. We will spectate Cristiano. He always requests we watch his lap. We may as well just watch his pole run, because it surely will be. Elias currently the fastest man out there. Stein is in second. Medsport is out of the session. Tim, all the way down in P14 is Olive Mellon there. Also out of the session as Cristiano does take the fastest first few corners to his name, as Replace is also out. The man who was faster than Cristiano is out of the session. Ecos currently P2 from Cristiano. Very, very tight there in that midfield pack. Bus now currently P2. Davies third. Ecos fourth. Stein fifth. Doesn't seem to be much movement anymore, as there Ecos actually moves right back up into P2. It is actually seeming rather close as Cristiano makes a mistake. Might allow Ecos in now. Here comes Ecos. Cristiano. They're close, but then I don't think they're going to be close enough to cause anything here. I think it will be as simple as Cristiano's on pole. We do have quite a few drivers though that aren't far off. Stein being one of them. He had a poor final sector though, and Cristiano is on pole. Ecos is! Oh, it's a last second change. Ecos has pipped him at the line. Alright, that makes sense. Copy that. And that there is Ecos pipping Cristiano by 600ths of a second. Bus also in that time frame. Stein at the end there seemed to lose out massively. Tim takes P4 after once being P15. Crazy. What a session we've had. Big surprise to see Ecos beating Cristiano to pole. Good to see though. I'm very glad to see someone finally has cleared the man who looks dominant every single time. He seems to be the man that's impossible to beat until now, clearly. Okay. It's formation lap time. Woohoo! What a start from Ecos. He gets off the line. He's miles ahead of Cristiano. Bus seems to be keeping it with him. Tim dropping back. Ghost not too far behind Tim. Ghost actually had a really good quality there. To say he did get wiped out by Medsport in the original qualifying session. Obviously not the case anymore, and Ghost is now P5 behind Tim. Mel's poor session from him. Needed to be up there, isn't up there. This is his opportunity to take advantage, and he is unable to do so in qualifying anyway, but obviously anything can happen in races. Stein not doing awfully. Cristiano doing exactly what he needs to in this championship. Hopefully he will not take it home too easily, we'll say. Because I think he inevitably will take it home. Just hope it isn't the most simple thing ever. As now Ecos is the first man around the circuit and will be the first man into his grid slot for Imola. Cristiano not too far behind him. We have quite a big clump there behind You're Really Bad. Just seems to be holding everyone up. Not as big as I thought, but it's still 6 cars down towards Brum really there, as Elias is actually last. I don't really know what's happened there, but he is starting last place. 2 Mercs will start in front of him, and he will be the last man to line up in his grid slot, and it will very, very soon be time to go racing here in Imola. The final 2 cars lock into their slots. It's time for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights now ahead of the drivers. And it's lights out and away we go. Seems like a decent-ish start there from Ecos. Cristiano is not going to be able to get him off the line. Tim and Bus going side by side. Tim is able to get that done. Meanwhile, further back there, you're really bad going side by side with Stein. Ecos holds the lead through turn 1. Static there, bit of contact. Tim losing the position out to Bus. Meanwhile, further back there, Olive, Mellon and Medsport having their own fight. Round the outside, here comes Brum on Elias. Elias is able to squeeze his way through on Brum. Meanwhile, you're really bad versus Stein. As Tim seems to have made a mistake, he's lost 2 places there. Don't know what's happened there with Tim, but he has lost 2 positions there in 1 corner. He's going to try and switch back, and he might be able to pull it off here on Static. To the inside he's going to go, he's going to back out of it. So that there is your order for the race so far. But Cristiano having a look already at Ecos. You can tell the pace is there. As Brum there seems to be dropping back a bit side by side. He will go now with Medsport. Pushes him wide. Meanwhile there, Time and Rico going side by side. Elias and Replays having their own little battle as well. Replays to the outside. If he pulls this move off, it'd be brilliant. Squeezed out by Elias. Maybe a switchback though, not going to be the case. Here comes Cristiano. He's got 1 chance now down towards 1. Will he be able to get the move done now? Nice and early, not going to happen. Meanwhile, Stein and You're Really Bad continue their battling as Medsport's out and Brum is also out in that melee. And we do have a virtual safety car here after the first 2 laps, and that has become a full course caution and a safety car. I don't know what's happened there, because that is in a straight line between Brum and Medsport. So now everyone will once again bunch up. Cristiano is going to hope he can read the restarts of Ecos, because we know they're not very normal, we'll say. They're not the most normal things in the world, those restarts from Ecos. Let's have a see here what these drivers can do off the restart when it obviously comes around on lap 4, I'm going to assume. No one taking the chance to pit, other than Cristiano actually has taken that opportunity to dive it into the lane and get a fresh set of medium tyres onto his Alfa Romeo. Anyone else taking a chance? Static is one of those drivers. Timon also one of the drivers. Tim and Bus also another few of those drivers. Everyone in the top 10 though, other than Cristiano, has not taken the opportunity to dive it in early, which maybe they should have. We'll now have a look at the tyre situation. And indeed, that is the case. Everyone behind Elias has decided to pit. We do have one more lap of safety car, and then we will go back to racing, where Ecos and Ghost will be able to fight it out at the front. That could be interesting. And now across the line they all come, and the counter goes up on those tyres. Obviously not quite yet the case for Cristiano, Bus and Tim. Also Time and Static and Olive taking the opportunity to dive it in to the pits and get that fresh set of rubber on, which could be so vital in this session. Olive though on the soft tyre may be a bit of a bad decision. Obviously we can't be too sure yet whether that is the right call or whether that is the correct call, but we will have to wait and see. Tyrone only losing one position from his pit stop, so that realistically has come perfectly for him, this safety car. It has allowed him to box for that fresh set of rubber and only lose that one spot, which will be very vital towards the rest of his session. The safety car will be announced to come into in this lap very soon, I'm sure. Meanwhile, Rico and Replays having their own battle, and there is the announcement that the safety car will be peeling into the pits this lap. Chance for Ecos now to slow the pace down to exactly how he wants it. No one else decides this pace, only him. And knowing him, he will take an opportunity here. Meanwhile there, Olive is actually out of the race under a safety car, so maybe we will go straight back to safety car running. I'm assuming that won't be the case. Ecos bolts early. Here he goes now, through 15 and now into 16. He has caught them all napping once again off that restart. Now Stein closing in on the back of Ghost. Will he be able to get the move done actually? Looks like it's definitely possible. To the outside he's going to go. Stein is through and up into P2 for now. Meanwhile there is side by side nearly between Rico and Replays. Replays there going a bit wider. It's actually helped him there in the long run. Chance here for You're Really Bad to maybe get him an exit. He's not going to be able to close in enough. Elias though, going onto the grass, trying to take a move on Rico, not going to go for it. Elias though, known as the king of dive bombs, he always gets them done. It's either that or it just ends badly, and it's usually the good way for Elias. Now then, that train of cars all charging down towards the first corner. Davies is the man that pulls it off. Rico though going side by side there with Elias, who seems to have gone around the outside this time. Might fight back once again here into turn 4. Not going to be quite close enough. Really bad. I was going to talk about You're Really Bad then. I just said really bad. Doesn't matter. We'll carry on with this battle. Here comes Elias. Big chance now down towards turn 6. Will he be able to get the move done on the inside of the fast left-hander? Not going to be the case. Rico runs wide. Rico picks up the penalty. Cristiano now takes the chance. Gets past the first of 2. And now the second of 2 very quickly after, as Rico then makes a mistake. Here comes Elias to the inside of Rico. He's not going to send it too much, but is it enough there to give Rico a bit of a fright, it seemed. Here he comes once again. Elias seems a lot faster than Rico here. He is going to pull alongside him now into the final 2 corners, and he's not going to be able to get the move done. Maybe going to go for a bit of a switchback though, and that will be the case. Here he comes now, side by side down the main straight. They're both out of the race. Elias carries on barely. Rico has been sent spinning and drifting into the barriers in a straight line. What happened there? Is that a racing incident or what? I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. That is too close to call. Bus having a look at Tim, might send it down the inside. Not going to be the case. Tim breaks later, trying to get the switch back. There is Bus. Not going to be the case once again. Wow, what a start to lap 7 we've had. Elias and Rico with heavy contact, as though we do have more yellow flags, and that is you're really bad this time around. Things have not gone to plan for him either. As there, Elias with no front wing does get through. But the no front wing part of that sentence isn't going to help him too much. Mel's doesn't. I don't actually think he's in DRS here, so Replays is going to have a huge opportunity to overtake second in the championship, and I am correct there. Mel's not in DRS. Here comes Replays. Probably going to go to the inside if he can. He doesn't. He goes to the outside, closes the door, does Mel's, and now side by side into turn 4. They're not going to risk it. Tim takes Bus this time, and Bus actually running wide. Might open a door up for his teammate here, Static, to the outside of 4. That was turn 1, by the way, sorry. And that's not going to be the case either there, as Elias dives it in for that new front wing. Meanwhile, Timon there actually does get the move done on Static. Not Static on Bus. As there, both of them are actually pitted. You're really bad, and Elias. As Stein has made a mistake there. Mel's is going to get him. Barely. That could be huge for a championship here. Cristiano isn't too far behind them now. So Cristiano is all of a sudden really back in this race. As Replays there, we see him spinning into the barrier. Has he picked up any damage? It looks so. Cristiano now. These 4 are going to be the cause of action, I believe, because Mel's has caught Davies enough to be in his DRS. Might get him now. Might get him very early, in fact. Here he comes. Mel's has gained all the time to the outside. Gonna switch it back. Gonna switch it back again. Mel's double switch back. Triple switch back. Not gonna be the case. Here comes Stein now. After his mistake, he's going to really want to pull himself back into this race. And meanwhile, these 3 drivers battling is going to allow Cristiano to gain and gain. Stein having another look there at Mills. Not going to be the case once again. Mills deploying ERS, trying to get the move done on Davies. He knows he's the faster driver. Wide run there from Stein as well. And now Cristiano is well and truly in this battle. Runs a bit wider, but he is still very much so here. With these 3 now, they're going to continue battling. Down the main straight will be the next opportunity for a, next good opportunity for an overtake. Still very, very close between these drivers. Mel's is going to surely get the move done on Davies. We've seen the pace comparison here between Mel's and Davies, especially in a straight line. Here comes Mel's. Better exit anyway. These 4 now could be the cause of some great racing. Here they all go, down the main straight. Mel's gaining all the time. And he's going to go 3 wide, in fact, into turn 1. Stein backs out, trying to switch back again here. Double switch back from Mel's. Maybe the triple once again. Not going to be the case. Timon, they're going side by side with Tim. Squeezed out of space. Now these 4 now with Cristiano involved are going to get very, very close. Cristiano might have seen an opportunity, in fact. Stein pulling alongside Mel's might not help him. Here comes Cristiano, the man on a mission to get back into that leading 2. And he is going to get 1 driver out of the way in this battle. Stein is out of his path. Elias there setting the fastest lap of the race. Great to see for him. Pulling off some pace here. Ghost still holding strong P2, and there Mel's runs very, very wide. Cristiano is going to get past his teammate. That's another move done in Cristiano's battle to get back into the top few, or the top 2 even. as now better exit scene from Mel's. Ghost is the first man to pit, so realistically now this battle is for the lead of the race. Davies actually has not pitted. Here comes Cristiano. It should be the easiest overtake of the lot in this battle, and that indeed will be the case. Cristiano getting past Davies in a straight line. Mel's though, he knows he's faster than Davies, so will these drivers once again prove some brilliant battling. Very decent. What am I on about? Don't matter. Carry on. Stein once again looking down the inside. Will he be able to get it done this time on Mel's? It doesn't seem to be the case. Maybe on the outside. So in this battle right now we have a Stein who is faster than Mel's who is faster than Davies. Stein should realistically come out on top, but will that be the case? I'm not too sure. Meanwhile further back here, oh, and there's Mel's has gone. The worst case scenario for him. Mel's is around in the middle sector. Couldn't have gone worse. Realistically, could not have gone worse. There's now Ecos, surely now going to take his chance to pit. He continues on the softs. Maybe a mistake here from Ecos. He knows Chris is behind him. Now then, this battle continues. Stein's actually also dropped back heavily after Mel's spin. And now Bus is easily going to get past Timon. But will Tim follow through? Not going to be close enough at all there, Tim. Timon though seems to be struggling now, it looks more like. The current P5 man up 7 places off the start, taking the opportunity to pit under safety car. Clearly the better choice. Bit of a mistake though there through the middle sector, as Stein there drops back another 2 places. They've both pitted, so they've hit each other and picked up damage. That's what's happened there. Timon now dropping back from Bus. I think he knows Tim's faster, but it is for position, so he can fight. Doesn't have to give away the spot here to his on-track rival right now. Meanwhile, Elias there gets the move done on Stein. Stein has to pull out of the way, it seemed more like, as he does cause a yellow in that first sector. Everyone seems to be split apart here other than these 2. It's literally 2 drivers here that aren't spread. And Ecos has still not pitted on those softs. Is he going for a 1-stop at Imola? Because if he was, he surely would have pitted now. He's had an opportunity here to dive it in. Davies does dive it in, and he will go for that 1-stop, I'm pretty sure. None of these drivers on mediums can take their tyres to the end. I'm sure Ecos has realised that there will be another pit stop in this race for everyone on this circuit, unless they've pitted recently, in which case we do have quite a few drivers. We have Ghost, who will now go to the end. Davies will go to the end. Mel's should go to the end. Elias, Stein, you're really bad. And Replays is probably going to have to make another pit stop. Ecos here. He's trying so hard to just hold it out here on these softs. But you can tell Chris is gaining. Is he gaining enough though? Because it is still definitely a 1-stop for Ecos. If he can pull this off, this is going to be extremely impressive. Timon there picks up a penalty, and in goes Ecos. He pits now. He chooses this as his time to dive it in. It's the perfect time. It seems like it couldn't have gone better for Ecos. The virtual safety car is going to slow everyone right down, so he is not going to lose as many positions as previously thought. Tim also takes an opportunity here to pit. Ecos is going to be released into 3rd place. Things have gone brilliantly there for him, as we have a bit of lag. Oh no, lobby's crashed. Wait, no, med spots left. Rico's like, alright, no, it's just Rico leaving. I think we are okay. Lobby has not crashed. I thought it had for a second. So now Cristiano does lead from Bus in P2. Both of those drivers, though, will need another stop to make it to the end of in this race. They will need to pull off a 2-stop, and they will need to make it work. It will be softs, though, to the end. So there is potential here for both of them to pull something off. Realistically though, Mel's is now really back in this race, I'd like to say, because he doesn't have to make another stop. He's now right on the back of Static, who is on the softs, so he should be quicker, realistically. He does run a bit wider though, it's probably going to be a warning for him. Elias and Timon now. Two veterans of the league, both driving last season. Both are now going to be battling on track here at Imola. The Alpine versus the McLaren. Who will take P9 in this race? Probably will become a bit higher though. Probably will become a P7-ish, probably. As now Cristiano drew the first sector of lap 15. Proving pace. Proving that he has it, as Elias there has sent one on the Timon. Maybe a mistake there from Timon has set him back, but he is now behind Elias. These two, once battling for high positions, now realistically battling with Stein for P9. It's crazy the difference a season can make. All these faster drivers just arriving on the scene. No one expected them, and now here they all are, as Timon will pull off a very simple move there on Elias. Elias though has proven more pace, potentially can get the move back done on Timon. Both drivers in similar situations, 6 lap old mediums for Elias and 0 lap old mediums for Timon. Mel's has been given an opportunity realistically to just pull away from this fight. He is now focused on Static ahead of him, who has pulled a 2-second gap from Mel's. Rather large gap, to be fair. And now the only battle on track that we can see right now is Timon, Elias and Stein. Those three are the closest drivers to each other. Everyone else is 3 seconds or more away from each other. That gap between Mel's and Static's only going to increase, and I'm assuming it will be the same situation. Oh, I know Davies might be able to close in, so he might have another battle to watch here. But Elias, Stein and Timon are going to be the 3 that we will be watching here. A lap down there is replays. He has air quit though. As their Static actually sets the fastest lap of the race. He's gaining time on those ahead of him, as DRS is open for Elias. He's going to have a chance here to regain some time in a straight line on time, and it's obviously not going to be enough. He's going to hope for an absolutely brilliant lap here, as Stein is actually also gaining on these two. Seems to me though that Elias is falling back and Timon is pulling away here. Meanwhile here, you're really bad, obviously getting past replays and putting him officially a lap down on everyone, as Davies there gets a penalty further up the road. Static now, let's watch him. Fastest man on circuit currently. He's gonna hope he can pull something off this race. Meanwhile there, Stein further back is gaining time heavily here on Elias. Maybe he will be able to pull off an overtake sooner rather than later. Static though, rounding turn 15 and now through turn 16. Really is proving heavy pace here. Maybe he's going to gain time on Tim here and Davies in front of him. Maybe it won't be the case. Anything can happen. That's all I can say really. Stein now in that DRS window with Elias. He's gained all lap on Elias. Maybe can get him in a straight line. Probably not going to be the case. Likely not going to be the case. Definitely not going to be the case. Still there though on Elias. Here he comes actually. He's gaining heavy time here. Really does seem to be right there with Elias. Bit of a mistake there. Ghost Falcon there. Up near the front, getting a penalty. As Cristiano takes the chance. Pits off the mediums. That will be another set of mediums, surely, to the end of the race. As Bus now takes the lead off him. Stein still trying here to gain time on Elias, as that there has actually come at a perfect time, as Ecos there sets the fastest lap of the race. On the lap that Cristiano pits, Ecos can now probably stay out to the end. So realistically here, Ecos is in the driving seat. Could definitely be an Ecos win. Could definitely be and Cristiano win here. Could be anyone's win. Realistically, there is a lot of drivers that can win this race. Timon there baits the pit stop. Here comes Stein. Surely now going to take the opportunity to get past once a rival Elias. And that will be easily done for Stein in a straight line. He is up into the points for not the first time in this race. Obviously, without that incident, he would already be there. And up into P10 there goes Stein. Cristiano not too far behind Ghost. Davies not too far behind him. These three now could be the cause of action in this race. Bus, will he take an opportunity now to pit? I think it is the smartest decision, and he will not. He continues another time here, Bus. Maybe going to try and extend this stint as far as possible so he can go softs to the end. That would be the smartest decision here. Cristiano, by the way, is on that medium compound. So, realistically, Bus is also a contender for this race win. Here now Cristiano comes. We know he's got straight line speed. He does not have DRS open though. He's going to be probably using RS if I'm not mistaken. No, he actually isn't. He's just got that much straight line speed in comparison. Meanwhile their Static has gained a heavy amount of time here on Tim. Potential for an overtake soon from him. Stein here has also gained time on Timon. Stein seems the faster out of these three right now. They are all still in close proximity though. So any sort of battle could allow Elias back into this fight. As now Cristiano catching up with Ghost. Davies, he is still there, but he is dropping back. He needs the battle to rage now. He needs these two to go preferably side by side for an entire lap. Obviously will not be the case, as now we do head on to lap 20 of this race. Still no pit stop from Bus. Cristiano has gone for it on Ghost. Ghost though will fight back here, it seems like. With DRS, definitely going to be a good opportunity for him to. Now Davies can maybe get himself back into this race. Here comes Ghost. Down the main straight here, getting slipstream off Cristiano. He is not going to pull off the overtake, but he was definitely in DRS, so I don't know why he hasn't gone for that on Chris. Could definitely have allowed Davies back into this race. Static though, on the back of Tim now all of a sudden. Tim is going to be scared. 5 lap old softs on Static's car. He's also realistically in contention to win this race. There's quite a few drivers that can still win this race realistically. A Static there does get a time penalty, and You're Really Bad has retired from the session on the main straight. He will not continue with this race. He was in P12, very much so out of it. So there was not really a point in continuing for him. Stein though has regained his composure, regained time. He's now back with Timon. Can he pull off an overtake sometime soon? Will Elias still be in this fight by the end of a few laps? There's potential definitely, but it's highly unlikely, I've got to say. As Bus there, going over both of the first two curbs. Maybe not the smartest decision. Ecos is gaining a heavy amount of time on him now. He's on the old mediums. It wasn't a good decision, it doesn't look like. Cristiano still seems to be struggling as well on those mediums. He is not gaining as much as he would like to on 9 lap old mediums of Ghost. Now, easy overtake for Stein. Indeed, he will get that move done. Static has got a lot of composure to regain here, and also a lot of time on Tim. Can he do that in the next few laps? He's going to be hoping so, I know that. Ecos gaining heavy amounts of time now on Bus. He knows that he doesn't have to pull off this overtake, and he will surely take home this race win. He is on 6 lap old mediums. Unless Cristiano can do something now, Ecos will surely win this race. But we also know what Ecos does. He likes to retire at random points in the race. And who is that round? It is Static, the man who had a big chance of putting himself back into this race, has now dropped back out of this race. Static has had a spin on those softs, But we will now go to the battle for the lead. It's not quite a battle yet, but I'm sure it will become one. 18 laps for Bus on those mediums. It will take a lap, if even a lap, to get Ecos to Bus here. These two could be the cause of action in this race. Meanwhile though, for the meantime, we have another cause of action. Timon versus Stein. These two really are going at it in this race, I've got to say. Here comes Timon, gets the easy overtake done again there. Able to hold it in close windows though, of each other. Similar to what the 2022 cars are supposed to do. Not sure whether they will yet, but supposedly that is what they will do. And now Ecos has arrived on the scene. Ecos is here. What will Bus decide to do? Will he defend it? Will he help Cristiano, the man who is currently gaining heavy answer time, to be fair? Really pushing now. He's got past Ghost. He's got his main competitor out of the race. Ecos gaining on Bus. He's going to get held though. Surely he will be held. Cristiano could be back in the fight for this race win. Suddenly, once again here, it's going to get very, very close. Here comes Ecos. He can't do anything yet, surely. He's going to get heavily held up here. Cristiano is going to have a great chance at Ecos at some point in this race. Ecos still looking for it on Bus and still not finding a way through. Cristiano was already gaining time on Ecos, and now he's just going to gain more and more and more. Bus going slightly more defensive than he would like to, and he does get the better exit overall. Cristiano though has had a chance this lap to gain, probably will end up being 3 or 4 seconds in a singular lap. This race could heat up once again, as now Bus is in the wall. No, Bus. I don't know what's happened. Did he have a snap of oversteer? It would make sense to say the compound he was on and how long he was on those medium tyres. He held them for, he tried anyway to hold them until, I'm not sure when he tried to hold them till, but I know he tried to hold them for a long time. As Chris there gets a penalty, that could be the cause of change in this race. 7.9 seconds now between the two leaders. Davies and Ghost still decently close to each other. Timon and Stein also very, very tight with each other. Tim is, he's really now back in this championship fight. Maybe not where he wants to be, but he is trying now to pull himself back into this championship fight. Here comes Stein though, once again, getting the easy job done, and he is through on Timon. These two really, they're not battling heavily. Imola isn't that sort of track, sadly. If it was, it would be very, very, very interesting. That is not the case. Now then, Chris, can he gain the time on Ecos that he needs to? Because he's gained another second this lap. We can tell you that. He's gained another second. He's faster. We know he's faster. Ecos now forced to take a wider line through the first corner, but he has got DRS there, and that could be a lifesaver for him. Cristiano now has dropped back due to that DRS. Like I said, could well be a lifesaver. Now back to these two, Timon versus Stein. Going to be a very, very close battle here. When it comes to the end of the race especially. He's going to have to be very, very close though, is Time on to Stein. Here comes Timon though. He's not actually as close to Stein as he would like to be, so there might actually be a battle into turn 1. Not quite going to be the case. Maybe though for Stein, if he can get a run. I don't think he's going to get it. Not going to be the case for Stein. He gave it a good go though. Chris now is trying so hard to gain that time back, but I'm not sure whether he will. Ecos is flying. Elias is now flying. The current man in P11, 26 seconds away from Bus, who is actually in a three-way fight now. He has gained on these two. So there's the action for you. While Cristiano slowly gains time on his rival Ecos, these two are going, these three should I say, are going to have a good old go at each other. We might see a nice bit of battling, which might now be ruined, as now Ghost actually does pit. Maybe a big mistake here from Ghost. He does know, however, what happened to Bus. Yeah, I don't know why I got confused there. Now then, Bus, Timon and Stein might have their own little battle here. Could go 3 wide, probably will. Into turn 1, indeed it will. Here comes Bus to the inside of both of them. It's a fantastic overtake from Bus, and that there is Timon trying his hardest here to get around the outside of Stein, and he will not be able to do that quite. These guys though are all gaining here on static. The man on 11 lap old soft tyres even. He will be taking those to the end, so he will easily be caught here by these three, which could well help Timon and Stein catch up with the two that are on soft. Well, Bus really only that is on soft. Softs are like worthy anyway. As Stein now actually has a snap of oversteer, and he's now out of the DRS on Bus, who has now well and truly caught his teammate. He will still get DRS though, I think, on replays here, and that will be the case. So Stein here is still in DRS because of no, he isn't. Wait, is he? I think he is. Yes, he is. So he's still going to have an opportunity. Here comes Bus to the inside of static. Easy move on his teammate. Stein though gaining time on both of them. It obviously will just become static. They didn't fight as much as these two would have wanted. And it is now the case of Stein and Timon back to their own battle, it seems. Chris is still in the hunt. I don't know whether he's going to do it. I don't think he will do it. But he's given it his all this race. He has pushed so hard all race. We know his pace. He was 10 seconds back, not even 8 or so laps ago. And now look at him. Flying. Static there gets a time penalty. Let's have a look at penalty situations. 8 seconds for Davies, 18 seconds for Static. Really struggling here. Timon with 6 seconds. Ghost with 11 seconds just behind them. Ghost pitting might not have been the best call he could have made. Oh, Chris with a bit of a snap there. Might not help him. Obviously won't help him. Bus there sets the fastest lap of the race. Bus is on a charge to get himself back up into the top 5. And I think he will do so with a few laps to go here. Mel's is his next opponent. His next target, it really has become. Gaining heavy amounts of time here. Stein is unable to get the move done. So this is exactly how Timon wanted things to pan out. I'm sure he'll be cheering in that cockpit. I'm sure he'll be very, very pleased with the battle that is emerging just ahead of him between Static and Stein. Now then, back to these two for the lead. It's not going to be enough. Ecos is surely going to take home this win. 4.9 is now the gap. They're still close, but they're not close enough. That is the problem. Now then, these two might actually put up a very nice fight here. Mel's and Bus. If they do, then it might actually allow these three back in. Mel's will finish ahead of Bus in the end. But the thing is, I think these three are going to have their own battle. No one to look at behind them. Here comes Bus. Easy move on Mel's to the inside of a straight line. And he does get the move done. Now then, Stein also getting that move done on Static. Here comes Timon as well. He's going to send it to the inside. He's going to want to send it to the inside. He's going to switch it back and then go around. It's a nice move there indeed from Timon there. Very, very smart overtake in the end. The gap has closed more now. It's still, it could still be. It could well still be as who's had an incident there. It's Ghost actually, not Elias. Can Chris do it? He's got to push so much. Ecos only has to make one mistake. Chris only has to make one mistake, and that is it for this race. They're miles ahead of everyone else. This really is a two-horse race, and that could well be how it is for the championship as well. 2 more laps now. 15-lap-old mediums for Ecos, 11-lap-old mediums for Cristiano. He's not going to do it, I'm sure. I'm certain. It's too big of a gap. He's really gaining time, though. He wants it. I can tell you that. He really wants it. But it is not going to be enough, surely. Back to the 2 leaders. No mistake from Ecos. No mistake from Chris either. Chris did it better, though. That could be literally the thing that decides this race. Chris did it better, or Ecos did it better. Better exit from Chris. Once again, Chris has the better pace here. You can tell he's got it. There is Ecos now, in that camera shot. He's there now. He wasn't a few laps ago. 2.9 now the gap. 3 seconds is the gap from Chris to Ecos. You know he's got more pace. We all know there is more pace in that Alfa Romeo right now than there is in that Ferrari. But I'm still certain it won't be enough today. And Ecos will surely take home a win. With Cristiano's 3 seconds of penalties anyway. As Ecos now actually has picked up 3 seconds of penalties. As we say that. Big shock at the end of this race. It could all change. Look at them two now. They're gaining on each other once again. This time Cristiano is a lot quicker, it seems. 2.6 now the gap. There is still potential for an insane change in this race. A change that could lead to Cristiano winning and Ecos only finishing second in the most demoralising way. Cristiano once again does it better. Like I said, that might be the literal word that decides this race. Does it better. Ecos is there. You can hear his engine now. You can see him in camera shots. There he is. Chris has to push with all his might for one more lap. Ecos has to just try and hold it. It should be an easy win for Ecos. But will it be? Through turn 1 now. Ecos pushing so much. Like I said, it's as simple as a singular mistake that could decide the entire fate of this race. Ecos hasn't made it yet. Neither has Chris. The gap could well end up being 1.1 seconds, something small like that. This is going to be such a close finish to this race. It's not going to be neck and neck. But it's been an amazing race to watch. It will surely be Ecos now, as long as he avoids the mistakes. Chris is pushing so much. You can tell how much he wants it. Ecos, though, over the chicane there, runs very, very wide actually. Going for the exit speed. Doesn't care about warnings at this point. He is just going to try and hold it. And that will be the case. Ecos now, around the final corner. Ecos is going to take victory here in Imola. Imola is his. Emilia Romagna is his. Italy is his today. And that there is Cristiano trying so hard all race to get Ecos. Not going to happen. Ecos has taken victory in Imola. Davies is not going to finish P3. It will indeed be Tim as he weaves his way across the line. Tim takes P3. In the end of it all here, Bus slides across the line. Mills will take P5 in this race. Just about. Stein will miss out on P6. Stein will take P7 home. P8 for Timon. P10 for Static. And P9 here for Ghost, and that will be it. Not the best night of racing. We've had so many better races recently. But still, a very, very strong night. Of racing. Ecos there, celebrating on the podium. The full Dutch podium, as we usually expect to see in this race. That will be it from us on the live, and it will be goodbye for tonight.